Hey guys, welcome back to In Between Sets. Today we are back with our newest FMG Pro, Amanda.
Stop it. Stop it. It's an honor to be here.
How does that introduction feel?
It's a bit surreal, actually. I know I had a few people actually say to me since I've been back, how's it feel? I'm like, how does what? They're like, oh, cunt, you're a pro. I was like, oh, yeah, that one, yeah.
She did it, guys. She fucking did it.
We got there in the end, but it feels pretty good here.
Feels good.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah. It's obviously you know how it is when you win the pro card, but I think this one felt extra special because we had to extra work for it.
Yeah, it's been a long road.
Yeah, man.
But everything happens for a reason and so well deserving. So you were in Bali and then straight to Italy. Do you want to give us a quick little recap about what's been going on?
There has been a lot, hasn't there? So yeah, we went to Bali and that show, there was so many variables at play. I think competing in Bali is just a fucking variable, to be honest. Like I had coconut water, for example, in my meal plan. And in Australia, coconut water is just coconut water. In Bali, they add 8 grams of fibre to 250 ml of their coconut water.
What for?
Why? It's literally added in fibre. Yeah. We need low fibre in peak week.
Yes.
So here's me, I'm like sipping my coconut water, halfway and it was like one day in that I have in my meal plan and sipping next day, I was like, why am I bloating? Like this is, I'm about to step on stage in 3 days. And I was like, I'm just going to research this. And I was like, you're fucking kidding me. I was like, threw it away. I was like, oh my God. Because it was when I was drinking it, I was feeling a bit like, oh my guts. So I was like, it's coconut water. What can go wrong? Yeah, no. So luckily we caught on to that 3 days out. So there was just like a few little variables. Obviously the traveling, like soon as I got off, obviously there's that chance of water retention, inflame. Everyone responds a little bit differently. So when I got off, it was so funny. I filmed it and I've actually, I posted it in my most recent YouTube vlog actually. But I had like a pocket of fluid like here from like seeing down the plane. So I said, oh, Paul, like my glutes are so jiggly. Like this is so weird. So there was all that. But anyway, getting to the good stuff, what you guys actually want to hear. Went into that show and I was going into that show to win. I was like, I'm coming for that pro card. I got my feedback from Gold Coast, which was to soften up and to hold my poses longer because they said that my conditioning was pushing top end towards athletic conditioning. And I was like, okay. And I was like, okay, so I have to soften up. I've never softened up into a show. Never. It's always been, let's push it a little bit more, So that was hard, but I was like, I want to win. So I'm going to do what they say. I did not like that package. I didn't hate it. It was still a great package. Like most people look at it like, damn,
Yeah, you still look great.
But for me, it wasn't my favorite. And I think what I loved was how full I was looking. I'd never seen my glutes look so big, like they were bursting at the seam for that show. And everyone's like, oh my God. I was like, I know. But just like overall, I just didn't feel what I like to bring,
Yeah.
So anyway, we had the morning show and I did my stage run through and I was very nervous in the sense like it was a different stage. The stage was short, like it wasn't that big. It was carpet. And
it was carpet.
That
is not it.
And
that is not the vibe.
Yeah. So I'm a very big feel person, stage, like it really impacts my mental and how I perform and stuff. My stage run through wasn't good. I had wobbles. I was like, and then that was getting in my head. And then, other girls will say, no, it's not just you. Like there's a few other girls that are also like a bit not liking the stage flooring. Anyway, so I went to the morning show and I think because my stage run through I wasn't happy with, then I was in my own head. And mind you, there was one bikini class on this tiny stage. It was open and I had the biggest bikini class of the day. Were we struggling to fit on that stage? So I think that was in my head too. But I was like, fuck, okay, big class, let's go. I was not happy with my posing. You literally see when I walk out, my eyes weren't even barely looking at the judges, looking at the floor. I was in my head. I wasn't, as I like to call it, I wasn't feeling my posing. I was thinking, which I'd never do that on stage. You know how it is when you're in your element, you feel it and your body just knows what it needs to do. I was thinking like, am I holding long enough? Or shit, am I doing this? Because I was so caught up on, I got to bring what they want, my feedback, this, you know.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I got to really focus on my core control. Like, and then, so I'm thinking about these things, but it's throwing off the performance element.
Yeah, you're probably too in your own head.
Bad. And then it gets worse. And not that this is anyone else's fault, but then coming out from the morning show, you know, when you have a million people telling you you've got it and that you're going to win, that there's other coaches even saying to other people like, you've clearly got it, you're going to win, blah, blah. You know, you kind of go, fuck, like, is this actually going to happen? Like, you know. And then we got back into the apartment for intermission. I don't know what happened there, but I think I was looking at photos of like, because I was going to post a bikini reveal. Did anyone notice that I hadn't posted a bikini reveal for ages, even though the morning show was done?
Yeah.
I couldn't even barely look at my photos. I hated it. I was like, I had a meltdown at Paul. I was like, I posted a photo and I deleted it because I was like, I fucking hate my physique.
Oh, no.
And I was screaming. I was crying. I was having like, I hadn't had my meds that morning. But I was just, I don't know. And then I had to pull it together. And I was talking to my posing coach, Tani, in between the show and stuff. And she's like, trust me, your fullness, everything, your coach has peaked you perfectly. This is like, you know, this is the look, you know. And then there's just all that pressure. And then I got second, which was okay. And I'm glad I got second because that was all meant to happen exactly how it was meant to happen. Because the lesson from that one was not learning how to lose, because we did that in IFBB. It was, I had to disconnect to reconnect. And from doing that, what did I do? I was like, okay, I did the feedback. Okay. I brought what they wanted. I did it because I wanted to win. Didn't work. So what did it do? I let go. I said, don't care about the pro card anymore because I do this sport because I love it. And by getting so focused and caught up and having that pro card, that was taking away the reason why I do bodybuilding in the first place. And I tend to do this sport for a long time because I love it. And how terrible to work your ass off for months on end to have the joy taken away because you put the value and focus onto something so external.
Yep.
So going to Italy, I said to Scott, I said, right, I'm not getting judges' feedback. I don't care about the pro card anymore. I don't care what they want. I know this sounds so bad, guys. Don't be like this. This was for me. But I was like, I don't care anymore because if I get the feedback, that's what's going to mess with my head.
Yeah.
The feedback is what messed with my head in the first place. And who knows, maybe if my head was elsewhere, it could have been different. But it messed with my head and I let go. I said, I don't care about the pro card anymore. I'm doing this last show for me. So I didn't get feedback. I was like, what was your judge feedback? I was like, don't know, don't care. I said, Scott, we haven't had much time. Let's get as shredded as we can. Let's fucking send it. I was like, I'm ready to fucking dig. Because that peak week for Bali, I didn't dig. I was eating heaps of food and chilling out to gain weight. So, yeah, let go of it. And then going into Italy, I decided I want to bring in the shreds. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to have so much fun with this show. Let's do fucking bikini athletic, cunt. I was like, I know I don't have the size for it. Totally fine. But fuck, I'd love to get up on there and get some stage photos of me flexing and showing my quads off because I can't do that in bikini. I was like,
yeah.
I was like, do this show for you, bro.
Yes.
Do it while you love bodybuilding. So I was like, cool, let's get a bit more shredded. I was pretty happy, pulled in some good shreds, start practicing athletic posing as well. Came fourth in athletic. I was like, okay, come.
Well done.
And yeah, I went to that show and when I got onto the stage of the Italy show in the media night, when I went on it, I went, yeah, this feels right. The stage felt right. I practiced my posing. I loved my routine. Everything just felt right. There was no thinking. It was all feeling on that stage.
Yeah.
And show day, I wore pink. I did my own hair and makeup. I was like going as Barbie. There's no expectation. And it was so much fun. I had the best fucking show day of my life. It was my 10th ever time stepping on stage. And it brought back the exact feels of when you do your first show. Yeah. You have no expectation. You're like, I'm getting up there. This is fun.
I remember that feeling. It was so fun. Like you're on the runway.
On the runway.
Yeah.
All those feelings came back. And I was like, I got to do this with that feeling. And I was like, this is why I do it. But anyway, to wrap this up, so I'm not taking up all the time with what I've done, but when we got off from the morning show, again, I had the biggest class of the day. Bikini girls love bodybuilding. And when I got off, Paul's like, you're going to win your pro card. I was like, no, I'm not. I hadn't even thought about it until he had said that. I said, no, I'm not. And I don't care if I do. I said, because I have had it stripped from me like 3 times now, that second. Who's not to say it can happen again? So I don't care. And I think winning it felt even more special because of that mindset. I came out on that stage and even Tani said to me, she's like, humble, confident energy.
Yeah.
And I said, I felt that. It was humble, confident energy. I walked out there humble knowing I'm here. It's me. You know, there's no, oh yeah, like I'm coming in for it. That was gone. That humble, confident energy, proud, and I know who the fuck I am and I brought exactly what I was. And it was just a cherry on top that me to my core was rewarded.
Yeah.
So we're here.
Oh, I love that.
And it was the best fucking season ever. And yeah, it's good.
You had to reconnect with your purpose and your passion.
The little
and
young
why
girl.
you started this. Yeah.
The
it's
young
like
girl.
almost like reconnecting with like your inner child, you know, like
It
why you
is.
started this in the first place.
Your
and
why.
letting go gave you the result that you initially were looking for. So congratulations.
Thanks, man.
Very well deserved.
Yeah.
Very well earned.
It was fucking journey and a half and now we're in the big dog leagues.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, so
got
can't
some
wait to
work
see you in that
do.
pro lineup. Yeah, now it's time to grow, hey.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
talk to me. So I obviously, as you guys know, I was away, but Sandra here held the fort. You did your first podcast episode on your own. How did that feel?
My first solo ep. It was really fun.
Yeah.
It was really fun. It was a little bit awkward at first because I was kind of talking to myself. The couch felt very empty, by the way. I was like, where's Amanda?
Just pretend she's there interrupting me 24/7.
But you know what? I sat down and I was like, just pretend like you're talking to a client. I talk to clients every single day. So I just imagined that I was talking to a client. And at first I felt a little bit like, oh, how do I continue this flow of conversation? And it turned out really, really well. And I was really happy with it. And we still have one more episode coming, which I'll probably post
Or it could be
today
before
this.
Yeah, do it today. Because if you guys didn't know, we fucking did our emotional dysregulation regulating episode.
Yes.
That is up if you haven't seen it. Get onto it.
Yeah. And now that Amanda's home, she's out of prep, things will be a little bit more consistent, guys.
Yeah, I just needed a moment there. We tried to hold the fort and keep them consistent, but this girl was fun for her life.
Yeah. So things will be a little bit more consistent now. So you can expect episodes weekly. But yeah, it was really good. It was really good. And I hope everyone listening enjoyed I'm not going to call it a conversation because I was talking to myself, but enjoyed the education.
Yeah, nah, that's fucking awesome. And I think that's the beautiful thing. Like, it's always scary doing things you've never done before, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Sure, your heart was racing a little bit.
I was so nervous.
It's like, you know. And that's the beautiful thing. Like, once you do it, and we know this with everything, that's where you get those feelings of feeling good and a new confidence built. Like you showed to yourself.
Out of the comfort zone.
Yes.
Yeah.
Showed yourself I could hold my own, confidently speak and do something that felt so fucking scary. And now that's just going to add even more value to who you are
100%.
as a person.
Yeah.
You know?
Character development, baby.
Yeah. So I loved that because I did throw the spanner to Sandra. I said, so I'm not coming home. Because I was meant to come home and we were meant to film that episode. I said, I'm not coming home. So what do you reckon about you doing a podcast episode? No, she's like, yep, done. I was like, fuck yes. I was
Yes.
like, do it. And I love that. I love that you also did what I'm building, because we've obviously done fat loss, we've done reversing.
Yeah.
So it's good that if you haven't already, make sure you fucking listen
Yeah,
to
make
it.
sure you go
It's like
listen.
it's a third part way of that one,
Yeah,
okay?
yeah, we're going through all the phases.
Going through all the phases, you know? But it's crazy to think we're coming to halfway through the year, just about halfway.
We are,
halfway through the year.
Yeah, 6 months in.
Yeah. When did we start in between sets? February, January?
Something like that.
Yeah.
January, I believe.
It's gone quick.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's pretty cool to see where it's gotten to, the community and, you know, the listeners and the shares.
Yeah, we appreciate all the love, guys, all the shares
love.
and all the messages that we get. Thank you.
Yeah, like the fact that you guys want to hear what we have to say is pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, literally. Sometimes I'm like.
But I think what's cool is we obviously had this idea at the start of the year, right? And so many people will talk about things they want to do, going new year. I want to start this exciting thing or this project, because look, it is a great time to start something new. It's like a fresh
motivation is
start.
high. Yeah, it's a bit of a reset.
Harness that shit, right? And I think what we see a lot, though, and you might see this with your own clients, is we get this motivation to do something, usually at the start of the year, but how often do people start things and then they lose that consistency for it?
Oh, 100% all the time.
That dream, whether it's starting a podcast, starting a business, starting a course, losing that weight that you keep saying you're going to lose, or, you know, quitting the vape. Like, how much have you stuck it out and actually followed through with it?
Yeah. And we feel like now, 6 months in, now is a good time to check in and just see how some of those goals are going that you did set at the start of the year.
What were some of the goals that maybe you had coming into this year? And was there any that fluked? Maybe you realized, it wasn't a value, or lost passion, or what were ones that you did have that you stuck through?
Oh, that's a good question. I was still very much fresh into my post-show. So my biggest goals were just getting through that stage properly. And I set a lot of physique goals, and as you guys have been listening, you know that my focus has kind of shifted. I've been focusing more on strength and performance. So it's not so much that I've let go of those goals, it's that they've kind of like been evolving as I grow. Yeah.
What about anything else? Business-wise, habits, like what have you set for yourself that you can be like, yeah, actually I did follow through with that. And I am doing that thing now 6 months in, whether it was a new habit or whatever.
Biggest one for me was a business goal that I set.
Yeah.
And that was at the time, at the start of the year, I didn't know what that was going to look like, but I knew that I wanted to create something where I could impact more women, and obviously not do it through one-on-one, because I'm only one person. There's only so many one-on-one clients I can take. And I've launched my membership.
Yeah.
And that is the big thing. And as soon as I came to that idea, I was like, fuck, this is it. This is what I've been looking for this whole time. And that's launched very successfully. I've got 20 girls in there. It's going very, very well. Community is growing. So that is probably my biggest goal of the year that I've achieved 6 months in. And that was meant to be like if I get it done by the end of the year, I'll be happy.
Yeah.
And we're 6 months in and I've ticked that one off the list. So
I love it, man.
Yeah.
I think for me, coming into this year, obviously, you know, I transferred from prep November, which obviously transferred into the new year. So we went into prep into the new year. And for me, a lot of it was, I know I can prep. I know I can get shredded. You know, the evidence is there. It was more so, okay, you know, I want to focus on still being able to grow the business, you know, carry myself well, you know, also ensuring that I'm showing up in other areas and elements of my life, and also creating more regulation and more balance.
Yeah.
So for me, it was even something as simple as journaling. And I was having this conversation with a client the other day. I was never consistent journaling. I would be like one of those people like, oh, yeah, I try it and it doesn't fucking stick, you know. Well, yeah, you kind of have to work at it to make it stick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you can't just skip a day. Fuck it, I skipped a day.
That was me with reading.
Right? And this is the reason I bring up something like this, because it's these simple things. People go, I'm going to start doing this in the new year. I'm going to become this person. But then maybe you miss a few days. Oh, it fades out, not important anymore. Until next year, though, you might get motivated again, right?
Yeah.
So for me, I was like, nah, I really want to prioritize my mindset. And even with journaling, I still have days where I'll skip it. I'm like, I didn't do it. I get back on it.
Yep.
And I love that, I can say coming into this new year, I've kept consistent, at least journal at least like once a week at that, which is huge, from doing maybe one and then two, I'll try again, and it just wasn't sticking.
Yeah.
So for me, I think that I've been working on practicing more mindfulness into this year, and I've actually kept consistent at it, not just for myself, but also practice what I preach to my clients too. Made time for Sunday recoveries, slowing down, not as much slowing down. I definitely wouldn't say I slow down. I'm quite fast paced, but actually like keeping my mental in a good front so I can lead, because one thing I believe that you cannot lead from a dysregulated emotional state.
100%.
And if I want to lead and be the person that I can for other women coming into this sport, being able to be emotionally regulated and aware, that was a big goal for me. So that was something I've done behind the scenes that no one sees. Everyone sees my gym. Everyone sees my training. I do that. That's not even hard for me, that shit. Like, it's what we do. It's who we are.
Exactly.
So for me, that was doing that was a really hard thing for me. So that's one thing I call it a New Year's resolution if you want, that I said I was going to do that. And I can say that I've gotten to halfway through this year and I have stuck at that. Yeah.
Sometimes it's those little habits that you don't really even think that it's going to make such a big impact that change fucking everything for you.
Yeah.
And that's I can relate with journaling so much. That has gotten me through so many hard times in my life. Highly recommend.
Yeah. I actually, when I was in Italy, and this was when my meds ran out, which was really hard because my meds keep my brain quiet. It allows me to execute and not move out of emotion or have too many thoughts spiraling, right? ADHD. So for me, not having the meds, my thoughts started to spiral, self-doubt, go into the show, higher anxiety and everything like that. And I hadn't journaled at all. I bring my journal with me on the trip, but I hadn't journaled. And I was like, I need a journal. And I wrote out, I grounded myself. I wrote down a piece of advice for myself. I reflected back on other moments where my last season, I fucking raw dogged that season, ADHD. That was tough. You did 6 shows. You thought you were going to break. You did it. I reflected back to a piece of evidence. And it made me like, okay, this is tough right now. I'm experiencing a lot of head noise and, just it's really hard to get through the remainder of this, But the journaling I did, and I was like, this is exactly why I do it. And it regulated me. I was like, it's a form of regulation without the fucking dexamphetamine. You know what I mean? So it was, showing myself the power of that is really important. And it's something I hope and continue the remainder of this year, because I've seen the power of what it has done for me and how much better I do lead, that I don't make decisions out of emotion. And that doesn't mean that I don't feel my emotions. Processing your emotions is very important. But if you don't process them, they're going to control you, right?
Yep.
So the healthiest part is processing them, and then you can control what needs to be done in the other realm of that.
Are there any goals that you maybe set that you haven't done so well sticking to?
Good question. Yeah.
For me, I told myself that I was going to spend more time doing breath work and slowing down. And I have been living pretty fast paced and putting it on the back burner. I'll be the first to admit. I putting my hand up here. I preach this shit to all my clients, but when it comes to myself, I'm like, no, you're being a bitch. Just keep going. I definitely need to get better at making more time slowing down and doing my breathing or doing my journaling, whatever it might be. I always kind of leave it at the last of my to-do list. So that's something that even now, this episode has kind of I'm reflecting on this right now as I speak. I have not been making enough time to do all those things, and I need to.
It's good reflection, dude.
It is, yeah.
It's funny. At the start of the year, I'm pretty sure it's the start of this year. I feel like the years keep going quick. I'm like, I don't know what year it is anymore.
Right?
But I'm pretty sure I remember my little brain that I swear I made a post of ins and outs, but I do remember one thing. Oh, no, it was actually the year before, 2025. I've just found it. But let's actually hear what I had to say back then.
Love this.
So the 2025 ins, and I'll tell you if I reckon I'm still got these in. One was patience, which I have really bad patience in the sense I have good patience in working towards a goal because I chase goals because I actually love the process.
Bodybuilding is all about patience.
It's all about patience. So I have patience in working towards goals because I love goals not for the outcome, but because I love the whole journey, the grind, the person that I have to step into.
Mm-hmm.
Patience, if people walk slow in front of me or if someone is trying to tell me something but they can't get to the point, even though I do that to everyone else. And no patience. I'm like, get to the prioritizing self-care and poor health prevention. Definitely, 100%. I think I know I wrote that one because obviously that was around the time I was anemic. So it's funny, obviously going into this prep, tracking the macros and everything like that. Like I said to you in the car, this post-show has only just gotten started and I just feel in such a better place. And I have taken so many bigger measures that I can have greater health in a delicate state that the body has to go to.
Yeah.
So definitely I feel like my health, regardless of need to get more healthier body fat, the health has been a really good spot. Asking for help / outsourcing. I look at you because I know we're both a bit like this. It's funny. Yeah, I did do that this year.
Yeah, I have as well.
That was hard. I don't know if
that was a big step out of my comfort zone.
I don't think I did it enough last year in 2025.
Yeah,
I think I still tried to be the control freak and manage everything.
Yeah, I was deep in prep trying to manage 70 one-on-one clients.
Yeah.
Yeah. Should have asked for help.
Should ask for help. This year I definitely did that. So I said it's more a 2026 in because it's funny. I definitely don't think I did that last year because last year was when I had my downfall because of that exact problem in October.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that came in this year. Take more risks. Yeah, I took risks last year, but not like this year.
Yeah.
This year I took risks. And there's another big one that I've just recently taken and we'll see if that pays off. But I'm giving it my all, which you'll all find out very, very soon.
Yeah.
This is a good one. Take more holidays. I don't know if I took many holidays. Oh, actually I did. I went to Bali.
It's Bali in Italy.
That was well, last year, this was prep holiday vibes, I guess. But last year I said to Paul, I was like, let's go to Bali. We booked a last minute holiday. We were so burnt out. It was around mid-year. We were so burnt out. And we were like, let's just go on holiday. And it was the best thing ever. It realigned the spark for work, everything. And we were just like, it was perfect.
Yep.
And holidays is a hack. If you are feeling disconnected,
100%.
If you're sick of being in your own environment that you're in all the time, change it
Even
bit.
just a week away.
Yes.
Even just a fucking weekend away.
Yes.
Book a little Airbnb somewhere.
Do you know what? So I will say to my clients, it is so important that all of us have something that is completely mind-numbing, that you're not thinking about work, you're not thinking about extra stress that's going, that you just completely mind numbs the fuck out of you and you're just so present with what you right now. And for me, I'm like, what is that for me? Like that thing that you feel like your cup's being filled, you know what I mean? It's not work related because work, I'm like, I work for a hobby, yeah. And for me, it was always being completely out of the house. My home is my work, so I don't switch off at home.
Yeah, I feel that.
Being completely in nature and laughing at something, whether me and Paul go somewhere completely and we're laughing, carrying on, or just being completely outside and present with just absolute laughter and whatnot, that has always filled my cup.
Yeah.
Just being completely away from home and it's something that's, whether it's I don't know, a weird date, we're going go-karting or something. Just, I don't know, shit like that.
Yeah.
I love games. I love board games as well. I just love doing things that okay, now I'm figuring this out, but it has no purpose. There's no achievement, right? It's just mind-numbing.
Yeah.
And I said to one of my other clients, I was like, is there anything you do that just makes you I was like, I feel like you need something that's planned boredom that's just a bit, she's like, I really love playing video games. And I was like,
I love that.
Play video games for an hour every single day. She's like, really? I was like, yes, your mind needs that right now. You're putting way too much pressure in your mind. It's like, buggle, buggle, you know what I mean? And that was another client I was talking to. She's like, because she was feeling really overstimulated, dysregulated. I was like, do you do anything to fucking chill out?
I have that conversation with my clients all the time.
And she's like, I was like, what's something that makes you feel free? She's like, when I go visit my horses actually, but I haven't seen them in a few weeks. I'm like, you need to see those fucking horses.
Yeah.
I was like, go see those horses like a couple times a week.
Yeah.
Like, do that thing.
Yeah, you got to fill your cup.
Yeah. And that comes to with what you said with the slowing down. We get so caught up on the things we have to do.
Yeah.
But then we get burnt out. But we actually need to take a moment and find that thing that we think's not productive, but it's actually the thing that's keeping you productive.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah. What's your thing?
I reckon it would be my weekly date nights with Stu.
Yeah.
Even if we just like go out for dinner, just like try a restaurant. We just sit and just chat and just talk about our week, and yeah, it's like the time to switch off, have a glass of wine, eat some good food. You just ticked my little ADHD brain. See, it's like ding, ding, ding. I'm like, it's Friday, yeah? Yeah.
I have grilled nuts, Paul. I have grilled.
We're going out for Greek food.
I was like, wait, because guys, I've been in prep for ages. I forget about this shit
I'm
now.
so excited for you.
I was like, wait, it's grilled nut time. Because so every Friday me and Paul have this thing called Mandy's night. He's like, it's Mandy's night, which is grilled night. So every Friday night in the off season, me and Paul always get grilled. And I just realised I'm really happy. Sorry, my ADHD is like, you just reminded me.
Yeah, that's probably like, it's usually a Friday night for us too. That's our thing. We'll go to like a nice little restaurant or something.
You got to do it, man. Like, and it's having that thing, like the date night with Paul. And it's funny. I think this is actually, I think this is beautiful to share with everyone. In Florence, in Italy, there's this beautiful lookout. If you ever go, tell me, I'll fucking tell you where you need to go. You climb up this fucking hill. Me and Paul clocked so many steps, right? We're walking up this fucking hill, and we got to the top of it just before the sunset got. And then we were sitting there, and me and Paul are very fast paced. We go, go, go. You know, our whole life is work, and we were sitting there, and I don't know, we started talking about my opa, who everyone knows I love dearly. And I was talking, I was like, oh, you know, I never knew my grandma. She died when she was 55. So he would have been like in his 50s. He died in his 80s. But he never loved again after that. Aww. That was his one true love, his lady. Aww. And he said, you know, he never went and got with another lady because he didn't think his kids, my mum and whatnot, would want him to. And I was like, you know, and he buried her ashes in the garden where she wanted to be buried and stuff. And it just really came conversation. But as we're sitting there looking out, Paul's like, kind of puts things in perspective, doesn't it? And I was like, yeah. He's like, we need to go do more things. We need to do things outside work. He's like, we need to go spend more time together that's not, you know, our usual thing.
Yeah.
He's like, you know, I was like, yeah, one day one of us is going to see the other die. It's going to be hard. But it made us go, we just need to go do stupid shit. We needed, he's like, we were thinking like, let's go learn an instrument together or something. Let's go get lessons, like just something so stupid.
I love that. Yeah. That was actually a goal for me this year as well, is to just live life a little bit more.
Do something that's so out of your fucking ordinary.
Yeah. And I've lost touch with that goal.
Yeah.
Like I haven't been doing that much.
That's your goal for the half of the year. All
right. I'm going to go.
And I'm going to push myself too. This is me to all of you. Me and Paul, we need to hold Paul to this too, guys. Me and Paul need to do something together that's completely rubbish. Doesn't give us any financial gain. No, it's just something laughs and good times.
Me too.
Yeah, we don't do enough of it, and it does creep up. And I think, like Paul said, you know, it puts things in perspective. You're going to die one day.
Life's short.
You're not going to, you know, the people you love, they're the things you're going to cherish. You're not going to cherish that you made X amount in a month. Like, it's going to be those moments, and even just sitting on that hill with Paul, it's one of those moments.
Yeah,
you know?
100%. We're getting deep here now.
Yeah, we're getting deep. But we love that because we're always very, I think getting a bit deep to us.
Yeah, it is. It is.
It's good.
Yeah, it's good to reflect.
More listening. It's funny. Okay, this has gone the other way this year. I can't believe I said this. Okay, you're going to laugh. I know you're going to laugh. More listening, less talking.
That's so funny that's on there.
Oh, God damn. It's funny, right? So one of my things coming into this year was more talking, less editing, which is why I got the studio.
Yeah.
It's just like gone backwards, bro.
I love that.
Because I'm sick of editing content. I just want to talk, but I don't want to edit it.
Yeah, I fucking feel that.
That's a good one. Okay. Investing in more education. Yeah, I've always done that.
Yeah, same.
I think before this year I didn't do any studying. It was like the first year that I didn't study because it was prep. I was like, fuck it. Back into study now. I paused my course for a bit, but I'm back on again now.
Yeah, I love learning.
Yeah, I can't stop, man. Cannot stop. Celebrating and reflecting on the small wins.
Ooh,
I struggle on this
That's a
still
big one
too.
for me. I struggle with that too. Yeah.
We're just too caught up on the next.
Yeah, I literally won my fucking pro card. I was like, all right, what's next?
Yeah, I think so. That's what I'm struggling with right now.
I'm always looking at the next big thing and I'm not taking time to like stop and smell the roses.
It's so funny. Like I literally put on my story this morning. I don't know if anyone saw because I finally put up my pro card in my office. I only did it literally yesterday or this morning.
Yeah.
And I put on my story. I was like, I rob myself from greater fulfillment. I've always found it hard to celebrate my wins.
I'm
And
the same. I wonder where that comes from.
I feel like for me, I was never good enough for my parents. I was never good enough for my dad. And no matter what I did, you know, I think I was just always striving for some sort of like, Dad, look,
Like
I did.
approval, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I think that's because, you know, it's pretty fucked up. Like, let's get into some trauma. But I would grow up in a house where he was trying to make me jealous and show affection to other daughters that that aren't even his own blood.
Yeah.
Which, you know, I think I just like
that'll be hard for anyone.
It never felt good enough.
Yeah, any kid to go through for sure.
It was like a lot of emotional and mind games.
Yeah.
And I think that's where I'm just, it's never been good enough, you know. But then if someone ever brings up and goes, oh yeah, that's my daughter, look what she's done.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, you couldn't say that to me?
Yeah. So it stays with you, like kind of trying to like prove yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's where it comes from. I don't know. I feel like we're all fighting something because of something, you know.
100%.
Like we all
got something.
The way we do business, everything. It's also can be our greatest strength, but it can be a detriment and it can make us miss out on the little things.
Yes.
Like celebrating the fucking wins.
Yes, true.
So I think that's one we can probably both take into the rest of this year.
Yeah.
We got to hold each other accountable and celebrating these wins.
Yeah, for sure.
We've done this podcast for almost 6 months. That's a fucking win.
Yeah, no shit. No shit.
Like, yeah, we got to keep celebrating those wins. And hopefully some of you listening, you're probably like, yeah, fuck, I don't do that. And I'm trying. And that's why this morning I was like, no, you have 2 pro cards on your fucking wall, cunt. Yeah. Look at them.
Yeah.
Look at them. And that's why, like, it came from consistency. You know what I mean? Like, it came from always being relentless. And you can be consistent. You can keep chasing the next goal. You got to sit down and stand on that fucking mountain that you just climbed. You got to take in the fucking view.
Yeah, it's okay to keep setting the bar higher, but remember that where you are now is where you once probably wished that you were. Yeah. And I remind myself of that all the fucking time.
Yeah. The last one was expressing more love and gratitude to those around me.
Oh, I love that. That's very wholesome.
I think I definitely have come more on that. I did make a thing that, because I think a lot of things about people, but I'm like, oh, why don't I say that? And I do that now, and people get taken back, and I'll even do it sometimes at a shopping center. I'm like, oh, I really love your fucking like hair or whatever. Like, where'd you get done or whatever? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I've now, because I think things, I'm like, why didn't I just say it?
A compliment goes such a long way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that was definitely a big in.
I like that. That's nice.
You ready? Out. I reckon some of us still need to take these out. You ready?
All right, let's go. I'm ready.
This is kind of fun. Okay. Out. Pouring my eggs into too many baskets. Do you reckon that's it, or is that out for you currently?
I think I've gotten better at it. Yeah, I think I've gotten better at that. I think I used to stretch myself too thin and set too many like different goals and projects at once. Yeah. I've gotten better at that. Now I try to pick like 3 things to really focus on and block all the other noise out.
I agree. I feel like I need a couple things, and that's good for me. I can't just do one. I'm not stimulated enough.
Yeah.
I need a couple.
Yeah, I need a couple things like on the go.
A couple of projects. Yeah, so your passion. Yeah, I agree. I feel like I've gotten better at that. I think I still I pour into a few, but I think I've really pulled that in as well. The need to always feel like I'm doing something.
Guilty. Fucking guilty.
By the way, guys, I didn't know I had ADHD when I wrote this post. This is 2025.
It's legit like an ADHD fucking time sheet.
Literally, I'm like, this is great reflection. I'm glad I found this and remembered this post. Need to always do something. And we were actually talking about this in the car.
Yeah.
Like, it comes back to the rest is productive thing.
100%.
Plan boredom. If you feel like you're someone that struggles, have planned boredom. It's hard. All my ADHD clients are like, oh, but I don't know. I'm like, you need to fucking sit still. You need to relax.
For me, it's a mental thing. Like, I'll be relaxing. I'll go lay on the beach. I'm like laying on the beach relaxing, but I'm thinking like, all right, got to get home, do this, do that. Like,
yeah, not thinking is great.
It's so hard to mentally switch off. It really fucking is.
Yeah, I look for that's why and my meds literally help me do that. Like my meds help me.
Maybe I just need to get medicated.
Yeah, I've now got non-stim ADHD meds for bedtime because my meds will wear off.
Yeah.
Guess what creeps in? All the voices. So then I'm in bed, I'm like, I can't sleep. So we got non-stim meds now, which is great because, the thoughts they just need to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I feel that.
I'm like, don't think about a business idea. It's 2 a.m.
Literally.
Okay. Yep, this one. Okay. Overcomplicating tasks in my mind. If this does not scream I had ADHD, I swear to God.
Yeah, I do that. I do that. I need to write everything down to like untangle it. Yep. Otherwise, it's just like, do this, do that, do that.
Bro, are you sure you're not fucking ADHD?
I'm not sure. The more that we talk about it, the more I'm like,
it's so funny because I know, because I'm aware I have ADHD now, I'm aware exactly I digest the task, like I break it, I pull it apart. And then I simplify. It's not one big task, it's 10 tasks that break the one task down. So much more calmer. Central nervous system.
That's me with any project. Any idea that I have, I'm like, step by step, what do I need to do?
Yeah. Otherwise, you just think about it, and if you don't, you keep it on here, you don't write down.
And it gets overwhelming.
You're not getting it done, and that's where the procrastination kicks in. 100%. It's like your health and fitness goals.
It's too much to do all at once.
If you're like, I need to get the gym, but I need to make breakfast in the morning, prep your breakfast in the night, lay the gym clothes out. Simplify.
You don't have to fucking overhaul your entire life all at once. Baby steps, guys. Baby steps.
Self-limiting talk and unrealistic expectations.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
That's good.
That's definitely gone out a lot.
Yeah, I've gotten a lot better with that. That's for sure.
I've been a lot more bold. And it's funny, I think I even wrote in the caption for this that growth is being able to look within and see what parts of ourselves, potential blunders. Yeah. For me, I remember that. I was like, I want to be more bold in decision making, not question. Like, I think what triggered that was I obviously started the Bikini Edit podcast, and I was so nervous and didn't feel worthy of asking bigger names to come on and chat to me. These were just other, like, people that were maybe like not even pro athletes. I'd become a pro athlete and I was like, I can't ask someone to come and talk to me on a podcast. Like, I'm scared. What if they say no? Fear of rejection. Yeah. Right? And now I'm like, I'll just fucking ask Tani Sheehan to come on a potty. Like, I was like, yo. It's just being like knowing your worth, having confidence.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, not questioning yourself, doubting yourself.
Not questioning. This one I feel like we both struggle. I definitely wouldn't say it's out, but it's getting better. The need for control.
Yeah. I think anyone in bodybuilding feels this.
Oh, yes.
Because I feel like everyone, whether you like it or not, you get into bodybuilding because you like having that sense of control. Because a lot of the time it's like the one thing in your life that you can control.
Yeah. I love it. I don't know, it brings me calmness.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. You can control your macros. You can control your training.
Yeah. It's like, it's nice. It's relaxing.
Too much of that desire is not good either.
And that's actually a great point. So I'm currently with one of my clients helping her reverse out of a show. And I said to her as one of her protocols, I want you to go have 2 off-plan meals. Do not track it. Enjoy it. Listen to your cues. Don't overeat to the point where you feel sick. This is how you're going to start showcasing to yourself that you have control around food as a part of her protocol. And she said, in the check-in, she's like, I did it. But she's like, there's so much fear about not knowing the macros and the calories. And I said, I want you to figure out why is that? Why is it scared of putting on the weight? Why is it scary that you don't know the macros in that food?
Yeah.
And she reflected and she was like, I like being in control. She's like, I really like numbers. She's like, I have 6-8 on numbers. I was like, okay, this is really good. Okay. It's glad there's no fear of putting on the weight or anything like that. But also, I also love numbers. It's great. I love tracking macros. But also, getting back to be able to have a meal that you don't know the numbers is very important for your relationship with food.
100%.
You need to do this.
Yeah.
So I want you to embrace that uncomfortableness because you've been uncomfortable in other areas and show yourself you can do this too. But yeah, and just asking her why. Like, why was it scary? And I think it's so important. Always ask, well, why am I feeling resistance to do something?
Yeah, awareness is so fucking powerful. Just knowing why you do something that you do can help you break out of it.
Yeah.
Because you can find that root cause.
Yeah. I think that was some pretty powerful reflections. If you feel like there's some that you had set, maybe we tweaked, it's probably a good time. You got half the year. How do you want to end it? What is going in for the rest of the 6 months?
Yeah.
What is going out? And hold yourself to it. Write it down. Make an Instagram post.
Yeah. If things keep going the way they're going now, are you going to be happy in December? Ask yourself that.
I saw a really good question as well. I loved this. If my life was a movie and people were watching me, what would they be screaming at the screen for me to do right now that I'm not doing?
I love that.
And I was like, yeah, I feel that with the thing that I'm working on right now because I was almost a bit resisting because I was scared. And I was like, they're telling you to fucking do it. Stop holding back.
I really like that.
Yeah. That was a cool app.
Yeah, that was good.
Any last words, Sandra?
Not really. Like if we're 6 months through the year and you're maybe not exactly where you hoped you would be, then use this time to reassess. Pen to paper, like we said, journaling, pen to paper, get those thoughts out. Where are you now? Where did you hope to be? What are some habits that might be holding you back? And what are some things that maybe you did set some goals for? And remember that it's okay to let goals go as well. And it's okay for your goals to evolve. You don't have to stick to the goals that you set at the start of the year. But if those goals are evolving, what do you need to put into place to actually achieve them by December?
Amen. Thanks, guys.
Bye.